I'm back. I can't get over that. They didn't even know it was gluten. Don't ban him. Polarin, don't ban him. Anyway. Gluten. Don't ban gluten. Nah, I'm not going to do that because there's a police investigation, so it might jeopardize the case. So I'd rather leave it be. Yeah. Yeah, it's already been looked into. That's why I'm leaving it as well. They're already looking into it anyway. Hi, Ed. Is he going off on me as usual? I'm going to check. Hello, Malibu. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm all right. Yeah, just don't listen to the haters. Oh, I've had a rough few days. I would say I got trolled heavy last few days. Yeah, that's what I mean. Anyone that likes me is getting a lot of hate for some reason. I think it's down to a few bullies, trolls, and one of them is Suey, Chop Suey. Mm. Mm. Yeah, we'll do Malibu. Yeah, it's just. Uh, Thank you. I don't get left alone. Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
You dropped the link, and I gotta come up and say hi because it's just been far too
Yeah.
long.
How
And
are
I know
you getting on? I've heard you've not been doing too well. I'm sorry to hear about that.
it's been up and down, and life is not easy and harder for some of us than others. I have to fight really hard to stay positive. I have to battle like what I feel is almost demonic energy that tries to pull me under and tell me to give up, Like
Yeah.
it is a very much a spiritual battle.
I think we're all
And
getting this spiritual battle. And so I assume that they've been in your live stream, have they?
well, whenever I've gone live recently, which has not been much, or even let's say in the last 6 months, there's this ongoing thing which I'm not going to say the person's name where I believe it's generated by, who generates it, but they're constantly coming in, oh, I know what you've done to Cosmic Kitty. And last night they came in and said that you had, unalived yourself and it's all my fault and everybody knows it and they're coming after me. They're coming to get me. Now,
It sounds like the GDS squad to me.
I don't even know who that is, the GDS squad. But
all right, so they are a collective of people who've been in and out of Gert's stream, and in the past, Gert selected them as to go against me. They called it the Gert's Death Squad, and then they went ahead and started making accusations, false accusations, and they're trying to guilt trip you into making you feel guilty. And it sounds a bit like them, what they were doing to me. Because for some reason they started targeting my channel, and my views went up to like 400.
Oh wow!
They were trying to dox. They were trying to send bots to my stream to get my channel striked. Yeah, it's a bit like that. That's what I've been getting.
Oh, okay. So if they send too many bots to your account, they can get you struck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Now, they just come in now and then with the same boring fucking bullshit about me doing anything to harm you, which is absolutely and completely insane because I never would.
Yeah.
I have no problem with you. I have never had a problem with you. We're not having a problem. You went through something. I was going through something. You always know how to reach me. If you ever message me and I always get back to you quickly, right? So it's just is
Well,
what it
I
is.
tell you what. Well, I tell you what. We can chat more about who exactly is and on the other chat.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything here. I'm keeping my mouth shut about it because I'm not going to bring any more bullshit towards you. But I have my
Yeah.
feelings, I just have my feelings, and but the
No,
main
I'm
thing is that
fine. Don't.
I wanted to talk to you also so people could see, like, there is nothing but true, like, soul sister affection between you and I. Like, as far as I feel, I I don't believe you've ever said something unkind about me. You've never done anything to me, and it's. I mean, I
No.
love you like I do love you like a sister. I love you more. It sounds terrible, but I love you more than my own sister because I have more to do with you than I have with her, and
Mm.
you're very good to me. You've always been one of the most caring people on here towards me. A person that showed real caring and concern for what I was going through, and that's
I can
it.
hear
We
your
have nothing.
cat crying in the background.
Yeah, she wants her like
Yeah.
seventh meal of the day. So I'm getting her some more, and I just hope it doesn't stimulate the other cat to want more food too. It's constant feeding thing going on here. But I have nothing but fondness for you, and
Oh, thank you. And
just because.
you.
Sorry, just because I haven't
Yeah.
been on channel or in your stream, like I felt it's your channel, it's your stream. I don't have to come in here being the big, bodyguard lady trying to take it over. Like, if you're a grown woman, yeah, you have something happen, and I am concerned for you. I obviously don't like these people. Sorry, I get OCD about shit. That's why I was running the. I just fed the cat, so I had to like rinse the spoon. But anyway, um, it's just, to me, it is so bizarro how these people constantly come over and bring this shit up about you and I.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that, and I'll see for myself who it is because I think I've got an idea. Yeah, I've got an idea who it is. Like, it's a group of them, but
It's
yeah, it's got to be GDS Squad because they do this strange thing to me as well. They make you feel guilty for doing stuff that you haven't done.
well, maybe it is them, but just to go on and on that what you've done to Cosmic Kitty, it's like this is just a joke. Like, there's nothing about it that's in any way, shape, or form true. So to me, it's just a joke, because I know how I've been with you, and I know how you've been with me. I've never heard that you've said anything against me, and if you've heard anything, it's a fucking lie because I don't talk shit on you. I have no reason to. You're one of the only people I consider a friend up on here, especially as for women. Like, I've got some dudes that are my friends, but I don't have a ton of women friends. But you would be at the top of my list of a woman that's a friend on YouTube. You're like the top friend, even if we don't talk, because when you have a soul connection with another human being, you don't have to talk to them all the time. It's just there. You love and care about each other. I'm in prayer for you subconsciously, even when I don't know it. Like, I'm always wishing well for you and your babies. So it doesn't really bother me because I know I would never do anything to hurt you. But it does bother me at the same time if they would try to convince you of something like that, because it's a fucking lie. And you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to have people that care about you, and that
GDS is listening. Malibu. It's got to be them. Because my
You
views
think?
have gone up to 91.
Ah, okay.
Can
Here
you
we go.
see that? Can you see that? That's what I mean. I think
No.
it's,
If I leave this window, I might get cut off, so I'm not going to leave this window. But
yeah, don't worry
I can't.
about it. It's them botting me again.
Well, what do? You have to shut the stream down to stop it? You could shut the chat off for.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'll just leave it.
Well, I would think they'd have to hit you with like hundreds of bots to do that. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. You know, like I'm just a normal, regular, not normal because, like, of course, I'm quirky and whoever I am, but I'm not a troll. So, like, I don't have anything to do with those types of behaviors. I don't understand them. What these people do, I find it so sick. And these are dangerous people, you know, trying to harm others just for fun. They get off on it. It's gross. But I just saw you were live, and I haven't, and you know, and I got this terrible messaging from them yesterday, which you know about. And of course, it concerned me, and I reached out to you immediately.
Yeah.
And thank God, not true, but it's a really fucked up thing to do, to tell somebody that someone they care about that's happened. Like, that's really traumatizing. I don't fucking appreciate it, but I also won't let them bother me either. You know, I don't appreciate it.
99% of the time, it's not true. So,
but why are they running around saying such fucked up things?
Weirdos. They're weirdos. I don't know why they're doing it. They're botting me now. Look.
Well, let me see if I can look at the other window and not get kicked out of here. Okay, I might go silent for a second. Let's see what happens. It says you have 100.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm being botted right now.
188 right now. Yeah. Why are they? God, you have so much power over these people. It's kind of a trip.
It's just kind of weird, isn't it?
They're fucking obsessed with you. Like, well, I've had that too, where people are just obsessed with me. Like, get a fucking life already. Like, I have nothing to do with you. What is your deal? These fucking weirdos on YouTube. Like, I don't, you know, and YouTube allows it also, which is another, like, the really insidious aspect of it is how YouTube allows this to go on. But your channel could be taken down from them doing this botting shit. But them with all of their, you know, clear harassment, bullying, suicide trolling, like, it's all clear as day. But no, nothing happens. You file hundreds of reports and very little ever happens, and YouTube loves it. I guess they, you know, they
don't care as long as they're getting their cut from the adverts.
Yeah, exactly. They don't care. They whatever makes them more money, they're good with it. So, you know, drama sells, and if you go to these people's, there's something where you can go check like how much money these channels actually make for YouTube, regardless of whether or not they're monetized. It's interesting to see, you know, like, so of course, why would YouTube take down a channel that makes them money? I mean, at one point, I was making them more money, and I wasn't monetized, than this woman who, you know, dragged me into this whole thing initially. Like, literally, I was making them more money than she was making. But I wasn't getting any of it. But anyway, you have to just really, like, take care of yourself. And if it starts weighing on you, like, just disconnecting from it for a little bit really does. For me, it helps. But that's the nature of this beast, you know. If you're going to be online, and as time goes on, everyone will end up being trolled. That's just what's going to happen. It's a forum for abusive cowards to sit behind their, you know, their
I don't know
their.
why they're obsessed with me though, Malibu. I've got no idea why they're so obsessed. It's weird.
Same thing with me. Why do you? I mean, I know why they were obsessed with me. They wanted to destroy me because I was speaking truth about a lot of stuff they wanted silenced. So, you know, that's what I'm pretty sure about. Of course, they wanted to blame me for things that I hadn't done, which they've tried to do to you too. Stupid thing about the baby, and
Yeah.
they fucking lies, and they try to destroy people, and they want to see people actually go off the edge, and that is why you can never let them win. Don't ever let them push you there. You know, no. That will never happen. That will never happen. Like, I think just the dark energies work through these people. And the dark energies, if you are a person, like I believe you are, like I believe I am, and there's a lot of us that we're like, we've moved a lot into our other sense gifts. We understand things at a different level. Many believe to be, you know, quote unquote, crazy, you know, conspiracy theories and shit like this. But no. Truth is stranger than fiction. And there is so much going on that is so bizarre.
Oh, I know.
And, you know, you're tapped into that, and you've had shows where you've talked about stuff that the powers that be don't want talked about. So you could have been targeted for a myriad of reasons. But you know what? It
I
seems
know
that
that I've got some very strange people. They are very strange, weirdo people that are targeting me at the moment. Like, I think they've got connections to. Now, I'm going to say it off. I'm going to say it straight. I just feel like I'm being targeted like a TI, targeted individual. You know, I feel like that's what's happening because there's just too many coincidences.
well, you know, I have felt that way at times myself, especially online. I definitely have been targeted online for sure.
Mm.
The whys of it all, like, I can speculate, but not entirely understand why people would spend 7 years of their life trying to get a woman to off herself because. Huh?
But that's what they've been doing. They've been like talking as though I'm dead, but talking as though like they're doing to you what they're doing to me. So I don't know why everyone I talk to, like on a close level, like you and me, for example, I don't know why they choose to do that. I don't know.
Well, they don't take,
Just bizarre.
I mean, in my case, they definitely don't want me to be supporting you, I would say.
Yes,
They want
I
to
would
create
say
a
that.
shift. Yeah, because you know, when I come in and I'm like in
So actually, they're not
bodyguard.
targeting you, Malibu. They're targeting me by
Yeah, so
spreading false information. But it's to do with me all the time. Like, they did it because I was friends with Natalie. Then they were going after Natalie. Like, talking to Natalie as though I've done something to her. Like, reported her to the social services, which I haven't done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they make up these lies. They just lie about shit.
But she's been modding these people up. She's been modding them up and letting them in.
Modding them?
Yeah,
oh,
modding
no.
them
Well,
up. She's not a
well,
true
you can't
friend,
talk.
right?
She can't be a true friend and mod up those people.
No.
Can't happen. Well, I'm sorry that because that would be God. But listen, I've had
So,
similar things
yes.
happen to me. Really hurtful things. People that I was really good friend to, just literally take their foot and kick me off the side of a building. Like I've had people that I defended for years do this shit to me, and it's disheartening. And it is a commentary on the world we live in. This how cold people have become.
Yeah.
This is
And
just
Natalie
so.
has modded up Chop Suey as well. When Chop Suey's been going at me, like targeting me as well. So it's just like this never ending.
Well, you got to be
And
careful because they send in people to pretend to be your friend, and that person, their whole thing is to harm you. You have to, don't get paranoid, but the truth is they do that. They send people in to gain your trust. They've done it to me thousands of times. I refuse to, not thousands, but that's an exaggeration, but loads of times. But I'm not going to stop, like, never have anybody I can trust in my life because of this. I'm not going to let it jade me. I'm not going to let them have power to change how I live my life. Like, I'm not. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not afraid of those people. Those people are cowards. You know, if they want to talk some shit, okay. Well, let's go meet somewhere in public. Talk your shit to my fucking face. Try it. Do it. And 99% of these fucks wouldn't show up because they're cowards. They're keyboard warriors. They're keyboard gangsters. They don't have real guts to show up. Now, I'm not saying like I wouldn't show up with a gun or even a knife. I wouldn't show up with a weapon. My weapons would be, you want to throw down, mano a mano, okay? Let's do it. You think you want to fuck with me? Let's do it. Hand-to-hand combat. Let's fucking do it. But you can't have a weapon. And let's hash it out. But I don't like fighting. I do not. I'm not into that shit. But I'm just saying, these people, they like to front like they're so damn tough. But you or I would probably show up at the location before they ever would, and do it in person. Like, come on, come to my fucking face with your shit. Let's see you do it. Do it in public, in front of a bunch of people. Do it. Let's see how well you do with that. Because decent people in this world are not going to stand there and allow someone to do what is done on YouTube to you or me in real life. Like, somebody is going to have a conscience and stand up if some lunatic came in, cursing in my face or some shit. But the truth of the matter is I have no interest to meet any of these people, and I pretend like they don't even fucking exist. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. You gotta focus on, you have your cats that matter, you have family that matters, you have friends that matter, and then you have a fucking band of lunatics that want to hitch onto your train and follow you around everywhere because they're desperate and they have no lives. So, you're special. That's why they're doing it.
Probably.
You're special. They want
Probably.
to silence you. And you are the light, and the good light, not the false light. And they hate that. They hate that. They hate decent. You are a good-hearted person. I know this. I've known you long enough. I know you have a good heart. I know you do.
Yeah.
So why would they go on like this? It's just, it's just a weird, sick.
I think it
situation.
is like you said, right? There's demonic forces at play, and because they hate us light people, they go after us. I think it's because we're full of light. Not darkness. And we're trying to be silenced.
Yeah. And I think probably for you, as with me, I mean, I've had similar real life things with just people instantly, their ugliness comes out towards me and I didn't even do anything. It's because of that. It's because they're dark and I had this seer tell me, it's not because people don't like you, it's because you are a bright, shiny being, and they're literally like, it makes them see how dark they are. It's like you hold up a mirror that they're seeing that they're dark. They're not light-hearted or full of love or wanting to be loving and, really get along with everybody is how I always was. Like, I don't like to be at odds with people. But now I know, certain people are not worthy of being in my circle. So
exactly. That's why I've distanced myself from a certain people.
It's good. Good.
I do that because it's not beneficial for me being around them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can't be, part of anything where there's like a certain person that's attacking everybody. But what has been done to me by that person is always left out because this huge group of people just dislike me. For what reason? Because I spoke truth about them, but I wasn't the first person. It's not like I outed some private secret. And now they're friends, like with one of the worst people that has been trying to harm me for 6-7 years. Where I just saw a video where this person is laughing with the person that's had a whole channel dedicated to fucking with me. Oh, he's laughing with her. Like, she fucking doxed his ass. Meanwhile, that was several years ago. But he's okay with her. She doxed his ass. But he's behind the scenes trying to convince somebody else that I doxed his whole family, which is a complete and total fucking lie. And this guy is such a fucking liar. But he always has a crew,
Yeah.
And, but they're all the same. They're all the same, so they can have each other. Because, you either do your due diligence or you don't on people on here. And the facts are out about that person. It's clear as fucking day.
I've had a rough time, I would say. Like, as in similar sort of situation. And
isn't it terrible? It's not fun.
Like, no, because you feel isolated, more isolated.
Exactly. Well, he also threatened anybody he sees in my chat. He and his friends are going to come after them, and he literally got in touch with a girl that was like my best friend on here, and convinced her not to come not to support me anymore. Like, literally went and threatened or did whatever to any person that was supporting me that he could get to talk some shit to get them over to his side. Like, I could have shown 2 years worth of conversations, show exactly what was going on behind the scenes and how close we were. And these other people think that he's not capable of turning around and slitting their fucking throat just like he slit mine. Wait for it. That's the kind of person that usually will always end up slicing someone's throat. And so, whatever. They all deserve each other because they're the same. They vibrate at the same level. No?
Oh, that happened a while ago, Catching. That happened ages ago, that did.
What I miss?
Oh, basically, when those people that sent the Prime ads out and then to my address, and that happened ages ago. And there was a crowd at my window.
Was this before your
Yes.
brain event?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
them
before.
pushing you. That's part of probably what made you have a bit of a issue, because of what the hell, you know? No, I know it's bad catching cats. And hello, I don't know you, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that happened a while ago. That did, but yes, it's before the brain event. Yeah. See, ever since I've had this problem, I've not felt right since. Are you still there?
Sorry, I was in the wrong window.
Oh,
No, I was looking at your chat. She says, do I know? You know, I know how bad it's gotten. It's gotten very bad. And obviously, you know, what happened to you, I think, is the culmination of all this abuse, of you just endless, nonstop, 24/7 insanity. These people will not leave you alone. And they'll get their karma eventually. They're going to get it. You just have to know that. Like, what goes around comes around. And I'm just glad I'm not like those people. I mean, I feel really blessed that there's not like any part of my being that is like the people doing that kind of shit. Like, I have justification. I could do things to people for what they've done to me, but that's not how I operate. I'd like to legally see them have some trouble and possibly go to jail or prison. But, you know, short of that, you know, somebody's job was contacted, and yeah, you defame me for 6 years. You threaten me, threaten to beat my fucking face in, and you do all this shit, and you keep going on for 6 fucking years. Yeah, eventually people are going to call your fucking employer. That's right. That is what's going to happen. And who took it offline? You fucking did, when you started lying about me for 6 fucking years. You took it offline. You know what I mean? Like, when you say, with my town I live in and my real name, I'm coming to beat your face in, you took it offline. Okay, so don't. They always want to go, you took it. She's the one that took it offline. No. Every one of these fuckers, they took it offline. They took it offline, but when they, if you meet their energy, but I don't do it what they do. But I'm gonna hold you accountable one way or another for what the fuck you are doing, and go cry your mama about your fucking job. I don't give a fucking rat's ass. You've tried to destroy my life. You've told me when I was 5 I deserved to be raped. You've said this and that and that. I don't give a fuck about your fucking job, bitch. You should be in a jail cell. If you're listening, she'll hear this eventually, but she took her channel down because I talked to the higher ups, and I'll keep going at it. You start it again, I'll go up and no, I sent the evidence. Fuck you. I took that shit for years. I don't have to take that shit from anybody.
No, you shouldn't have to.
And the thing is, it's like if the law would do its job, it wouldn't get to this level. Like, you still wouldn't be going through that if the agencies in charge of this shit would do their fucking jobs. But they don't, because they want an uncivilized society. They want divide and conquer politics. On every level, they want divide and conquer. They want people killing each other in the streets. They want the purge type thing. Like, one day a year you can go out and... They want this. The powers that be want it. Don't you think?
Yeah, they do.
And this whole thing with this ugliness that is just so rampant, to do and say horrible, ugly things about people unprovoked, endlessly, like, and then YouTube allows it. Let's not forget that part. That's really important to remember.
Yeah,
YouTube
and
allows.
I think one day they'll be held accountable. 100%.
I hope so. I hope you're right. Because, you know,
Well,
I've seen shit go on.
I say that because if you look at how many people have been going through this, not just us, but many thousands of people, it's got to go up and down. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be notified and clipped, and you know, those people are going to get what they deserve.
Well, I hope they get what they deserved. And I'm just saying, I noticed in the chat they're saying what it is a brain event. Okay. It is when somebody is terrorized long and hard enough, it will create an event in your brain, in your mind. It's like the mind does what it has to do to survive this onslaught of insanity. And so that's what disassociation is. That's what, you know, when maladaptive coping mechanisms come up, because you can't take it anymore. The only way to cope, the brain shut itself completely down because it couldn't take it anymore. That's how I see it. That's why I call it a brain event.
Yeah.
And people should pay. I mean, the evidence is all there of all the things that had gone on, all the harassment, just at a level on a person like you that's just not. Come on.
I had Argent Wolf, man. I had a psychosis episode in February, and
but is it psychosis, or is it like being pushed into a dissociative state?
Well, I don't know, Malibu.
Yeah, we don't know, because the doctors will say whatever they say, and the doctors are always right.
Will say it's psychosis, but it felt more than that. It felt more than that, though.
Listen, you know that if you inflict enough stress on a person, that they can have a heart attack or a stroke. So all the harassment, what do you think it's doing to the brain? What do you think? It's traumatizing. It's traumatizing, especially when they're coming to your dang door. You know, that's what I went through too. That's why, you know, offing oneself becomes like an option, because you just can't get away from it. You know, that's why. That's how I felt about it. But I would never give them the satisfaction. But this relentless, daily, you know, what do I call it? Chronicling of my life and who I am by a fucking piece of shit garbage troll. for 7 fucking years. Get the fuck out, you know? I'm not done
it
with
was
them.
madness. It was madness, Malibu.
I
What I went
know, and
through.
I would physically probably jump on somebody if I was there and I knew what
Yeah,
they
I
were
get
doing
it.
to you. Because it fucking pisses me off. Especially the way I know you. I know you're a good person. You don't deserve this. And you have a right to your thoughts and feelings about things. And just because people are constantly calling me crazy, but I'm just not in the box. I'm not in that programmed, brainwashed box. I'm a real person. I have real thoughts about things. Do I know this 100% or that 100%? I can't tell you 100% on everything, but to the greatest extent that I can say, like, I believe these things to be true, such as the whole cryptid thing that you and I have talked about. People won't believe you and they'll think that you're fucking nuts when you talk about that shit. But they don't know about it. Like, I've done a lot of fucking research on this shit. This is a real thing. It's going on. I don't believe it's a psyop with the cryptids. So then you have this whole thing lately with the aurora borealis and all these colors. And people are just, oh, this is great. Look at this. No, people, that is not the aurora borealis. Those are chemicals that have been sprayed that turn those colors. Wake the fuck up. Like,
I had
people
an
don't get
awakening.
it.
See, that's what I thought it was, an awakening. What I had.
Yeah.
But on the same time, some of it doesn't make any sense.
Well, then, you have to sort through, like,
in that reality, it was there was a lot of people that died. In that reality, what I experienced, it was very traumatic. My whole bloodline getting wiped out, for example.
witnessed during the breakdown?
I witnessed it during the breakdown, yeah. It was mental. It was fucked up. It was fucked up.
It's fucked up. I think it's just the stress you were living under. You didn't, even keeping your place warm was a problem. I understand. I have to every day just to get rides to doctor's appointments, dental appointments, the market, anything. These are every day I have to go to work trying to get this assistance because I don't have a fucking car because I was basically ripped off. Okay. So it's too much, it's too much for a person in my condition because I have been in an active state.
God, right? This is how crazy it was. I was God for a moment in that state.
Really?
And yeah, that was fucked up. I didn't believe it myself. I was trying to slap myself and kind of saying, is this real? Is this really going on?
Well, Jesus did say, ye are all gods. But
well,
you did say God, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
I'll tell you what what's
happened
real.
because I remember going outside and then I guess to see all these people in my local area coming to knock on my door, for example. I had people coming to my door during my psychosis. and I had this Indian man come up to me, and he was like in awe of me. It was strange, put it that way. But I knew I wasn't thinking right.
So you're still in reality to some extent.
It was
You weren't like completely
most
off.
bizarre.
Well,
I guess
that never has to.
Yeah, like
What?
I was in the fifth dimension. I was not in this dimension. I was in another. Because
I believe people.
I was a lot taller.
Dimension.
I was a lot taller. Very tall, actually.
Yeah.
And I had wings.
Really? That's interesting.
I had my eyes went was static electricity. My eyes was all this green electric around me.
Whoa.
What I saw was just out this world.
Maybe you should write about it. I mean, I don't know what your therapist has told you to do, but maybe to write about, I don't know, writing about it may be too traumatizing. Even thinking about it could be too traumatizing. Sometimes trauma's that way, you know, like you have to work with somebody that's an expert.
Yeah. It was a hell of a lot more than... I was not in this dimension. I was in another. I was in another dimension because there was different people. But I couldn't believe
other. Go on, sorry, honey.
So it's like I could see beyond this dimension. So this dimension was still going on. But then you got the other dimension. I elevated to the next level.
I do think it's possible for that to happen. I do. Because I've read about other people that have had experiences like that. You know? And there's a lot of... What?
They're going to say that it's psychosis, though, aren't they? So...
Always.
I elevated
I mean,
I've worked... Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I worked in a clinical setting as a drug and alcohol counselor. And if anybody were to bring up talking about angels or anything like that, they got labeled schizophrenic or schizoaffected.
That's what I was labeled as. Mm-hmm.
That's what the clinicians that are in the box, and they probably don't even know that we have 27 senses, and most of them lie in the paranormal. Like, they probably don't even fucking know this. Like, I, as a person, pretty like hip to different spiritual things, I didn't even know that until the last 5 years, that we have 27 senses, mostly in the paranormal range. So you have to wonder, like, if most of our senses are in the paranormal range, then we're supposed to be engaged.
So to tie it in with this realm, why? I'll say this realm because I believe there's multiple. Right? Straight up, there's multiple. I think I'm a target for that reason as well. Because they're interested.
Yes. Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's what I said before. Whenever you start talking about things that the powers that be don't want people discussing or working with, tuning into higher consciousness and understanding of the realm we live in, the different realms, the different what parallel universes, all these things. Like, they don't want people to be educated about that and understand that it's widely believed.
Yeah, I was used as a conduit for other entities to speak through me in this realm, but in the other realm, I was myself. Does that make any sense? But I could hear, see everything. I could be here, there, and anywhere, everywhere, and anywhere in the universe. I could see everything. Does that make any sense? Because it does blow my mind to this day.
Well, it makes sense to me because I've met other people that have had similar but different experiences. Where this is like one lady, her name is I gotta share. I'll share her. I think it's Caroline Corey, and she's French. When she was a little girl, she was in France. She was sitting at a picnic table in a park, and she was drawing an angel. And then all of a sudden, an angel appeared before her, huge, and then took her to the center of the universe.
They are huge.
And
they are huge.
And
I was huge.
Well, because you had your wings on, so that's you, like, in the spiritual, with your wings as an angel, you're huge. But it's your soul itself. Yeah. But anyway, what happened, I'll send you information about her, but I've wanted to talk about her on my channel. I wonder if I should. But it's very interesting, and she did a movie about it and everything. And I met her at this house where this guy, he used to be an actor on the show Dallas. He and his wife host all these different spiritual things at their home in Malibu. And so they did a screening of this film about her and her life. And she got up there and spoke and told, the story, but it was also told in the film. And her mission is to teach everyone how to use their entire brain, because they've dumbed us down. So we're like only, like, scientists say, well, we only know about what 8 to 10% of the brain is doing. We don't know what the rest of it's doing. Well, that's because that's like the paranormal stuff. They don't want you to have the ability to see past the veil, to understand these truths that could save humanity or mankind.
Well, that was one of my missions, is to save humanity as well. That was crazy.
Yeah, so it's like that's what happened to her.
My mission was to find the cure for cancer, right? That was my mission. And I succeeded in that reality.
Well, maybe you can drag that over into this reality, but there's too many people that do not want a cure, and that's why there is no cure. There's too many people making money off of it.
It's not here. It's outside the boundaries of the ice walls.
Yeah, but I think we do have some. There are some things people have tried here that, well, always ask your doctor, that doctors will say, no, it doesn't work, but they actually have had remission in people that have used Rick Simpson oil, for example, which is cannabis-based. But ask your doctor, always ask your doctor. But, they shut him down. And in the United States, it's illegal to talk about any way of treating that illness except for radiation, chemotherapy, stem cells, and surgery. That's it. That's all you can do. That's all they allow. Stem cells being the best, really. If they started with stem cells, that would be the end of it. But these other things, ask your doctor, but in my opinion, allegedly are very toxic to the body. And a lot of people don't make it because of the cure. The cure is worse than the what ails you situation. But we can't talk too much about that. I don't want to create problems on your channel.
Yeah.
Allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. But it's just not going to be allowed. But at some point, maybe it will be. But they'll bring something else in that can't be cured, like these weird diseases that are popping up. That there is no cure. It's 100% fatalities, and there is no cure. And stick it, shut up. I don't want to hear your fucking lies, you know. But most of the things, I think, are created somewhere, and put upon the people. And
Exactly.
yeah, I think that naturally, if our immune systems were strong and the food was good that we're eating and the air was clean and the water, you'd see a lot less of this illness and illnesses. But these things and a lot of these autoimmune things too, just feels like it was created in a lab somewhere allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So, I don't trust a lot. And for me, I think that I got targeted initially for one reason, but then I think I was secondarily targeted. Well, I think I was targeted to start with on Facebook. Okay, because I went crazy on the 2016 election. I went hard against Hillary Clinton and all that stuff. And I basically got shadow banned over there. Then I ended up on YouTube, but then this woman, she wasn't being honest, and I called her out, and then she started saying I was a grifter. That's where the whole problem started with me. When I woke up one day and realized I had 100 subs, I'm like, well, I have a channel. So now I'm going to talk about stuff that's important to me. I further made myself a target because I started talking about that shit they don't want talked about. I lost videos, talking about the plague, got strikes.
I think that's what they do. If you speak the truth about anything, you speak the truth and you get any message across that you feel like you need to express, they're going to shut you down because they're doing it to me.
That's right. They want to shut you down. They don't want you to talk. You got to listen to this song. You can't stop me. It's such a great song. And so whenever I need to feel empowered, I put that on. It's one of the songs I listen to. And it goes, can't stop, won't stop. Can't slow me down. It's really good. And as far as truth is concerned, I'm all the way about give me liberty or give me death. We must use our voices. Sometimes we will be maligned or ridiculed for the things we speak of. But in the end, whatever was the real truth that needed to come out, that's our job. That's our job. To speak truth to power. To not, just immediately say, that's not real. That can't happen. Go debunk it. When people, if they want to talk about what you went through and what you said, go look at how many people have had these types of experiences. And it's not just necessarily what the clinician says it is. It's an otherworldly aspect because we are body, mind, spirit. So you have an experience on a spiritual level, but they want to make it about your body and your mind. But this is a spiritual thing, that you got a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
What of it is some of it unclear? Is some of it not as real as other parts? I mean, I can't speak to that, but there's so much. I don't even know, most. Oh, what I've been watching?
I had a glimpse of the TikTok other side and literally. And TikTok, sorry. What did you say?
No, I want to hear what you were going to say.
Oh, okay. So you imagine when people die, you go to the next
Mhm.
level, you go to the next realm. Your soul does.
Right.
But you also have inside access to the people on the living realm. So you can enter
Right.
their mind. You can enter their mind and you can enter their point of view through their eyes. So you can see what they see and you can also speak. But there can become impartial, because that's what happened to me. So like I was technically dead. But dead in the 3D world, so to speak, but very much alive in the other realm, more alive.
But you're saying it was not good, what was going on there, or it was good?
Chaos. It was chaos.
So, but I think so. It's an aspect of the fifth dimensional that was chaos, but
Yeah.
is the entire dimension chaos? I don't know that the entire fifth.
There was other realities. Do you know, like a split off from this one? So you got this reality, but there was another reality as well alongside that, which I must have been in, where there was people around. Because I remember speaking, to people in this world, but was I speaking to people in this world? GDS squad is in the chat.
Oh, they are.
They're here.
Well, they also say that everything is happening at one time. So you're
it's happening.
So like where you were at 5, that's actually still playing out. And where you were at 23, that's still playing out too. It's like the most bizarre thing. And I don't know, maybe they're saying all that to confuse us, because it doesn't make sense to me. How can the timeline still be existing in the same form throughout time? It's still going on. It doesn't change. That's really weird to me.
Oh yeah.
That's
if people could have access, had access to what I know, you would be shocked. Like,
well, listen, I would love to transport back to a time when my parents were still alive. Like, I would love to transport to that time.
I was interacting with the other side, like I was interacting with people who were dead. I could talk to them.
But were they
they're on a much higher
level?
Yeah, they were in human
but
form.
They appear as they were.
They appear as they were.
Yep. I've never seen. Well, I've seen in my mind's eye. I've seen, like, when I know my mom has been near me. Like, in my mind's eye, I can see her, like, right after she passed away. I was driving, and I was staying at her house because.
But there's nothing wrong with them on the other side. Like, there's no pain. There's nothing like that.
And they also go back to the most, like, the time when they felt most beautiful, most alive, or the best time of their life. Like,
that's what they see. Like, I saw Steve Irwin, for example.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's loads of celebrities, loads of different celebrities I saw. Like David Icke. David Icke's still alive.
But is David Icke
in another reality? He is interacting with me.
Is he reptilian?
No,
Okay.
he's clueless. He's clueless
Well,
as in he was asking me questions all the time, and he was my guide as well. Does that make any sense?
I feel like he's controlled opposition, really. I just do. I've felt that way for a long time. I mean, he's just, certain people have gotten away with saying things that other people are no longer alive that tried to talk about it, So I always wonder, and he's been on the scene for, I mean, before Princess Diana died, he's been out there talking about this stuff. So I don't think that somebody gets to get away with it if they're not involved on some level, but I could be wrong. I don't trust him entirely, but I think that, yeah.
I had a job to do, a big job, and I completed it, but it was more or less to save the world. I had to save the world, and I saved the world.
You did save the world? So we're all going to be
this reality. When I was in this reality, back in this one, I was so shocked when I was back in this one. When I was back in my own body, like the people merged. They merged into other realities. There was multiple realities stacked upon one on each other. But they were like simulations. They were all simulations, like what David Icke talked about. And I think that's why he became my guide, in a sense, in that reality. No, I was like proper. How do I put it? I was not in this world anymore. I was in another world. Outside
Did I get kicked out?
No.
Oh, I thought I got kicked out.
No, you're still here.
I don't know. I think you have people acting up in your chat, but I'm not positive.
I think you're right.
Like,
probably doesn't like me talking about this stuff. What I mean?
That's right. They don't like you talking about it. I was starting to tell you about, I've been watching all this TikTok compilations of the strangest things on TikTok, and you look at that, and there is so much weird stuff going on, and some of that may be AI, because I don't know how well he vets it all, but there's just too much strangeness, like people seeing these weird orbs and this plasma ball, like just like hanging around, and then it goes into the ground, like weird, really weird stuff. And there's definitely something in play. Like, not all of this is faked. So we're in this really weird transitionary period in the history of, history, that word, but for mankind. Like, that's why people talk about the battle of the good and evil, because it is. And
people were using my body as a conduit.
Here in this realm?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you got to do protection work. You got to do protection work that no one, unless you want to allow someone to speak through you. No one's allowed to speak through you. No one's allowed in your body, on your body, anywhere near your body without your consent, unless it's because your higher power,
And I
you know,
think
it's
I don't know. My higher power was on the brink, I think, and I had to do something about it. It was very strange,
really.
honestly. So bizarre. So bizarre. I wish you could see it. You would be absolutely.
Somebody was saying something about cocaine in the chat. Have you ever seen? Hold on.
Oh, cocaine. No one's taking cocaine here. I don't touch drugs.
No, I did 33 years ago, but no, I have not. But I did feel the presence of something very dark and evil trying to get me, and that is why I got clean so young, because I felt like this dark side trying to descend upon me, and I'm like, heck no, I'm not in for this. So, because I do believe that when people abuse drugs, it's bad for you, and it draws low vibrational energy, especially people on meth, heroin, crack, uh, morphine. I mean, just there's lots of drugs that allow these entities to come through, and they're what I call them entities. But are they always entities? No, they're different energetic forms. But no, thank God, no. But it was scary enough because when I was like 18, 19, I was writing poetry and songs my whole life, and I sat down, I wrote a song, and when I looked at it, I go, I didn't write this. I wasn't high at the time. I didn't write this. I remember. I don't know if I ripped it out. I ripped out the book. I closed the book. I knew something was dark was after me, and I had to change my course or it would get me, you know? And so that's why I got clean so young, because I was scared. And I
Yeah, I
do
can
think
imagine.
there's forces of evil, and you know, I rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name. I mean, yeah, I do. But I always defer to my higher power. Like, I don't know if that's what my higher power even wants me using that name. I don't know. I don't trust any, you know, like most of the stuff we've been told is lies. So I got problems with a lot of these things. I don't have a lot of trust. So, but I can have faith and trust. I do believe there's a force, the highest force for love and healing and all beautiful things. I do believe that exists. Is it the omnipotent uh, monotheist? Mono would be one, right? Monotheistic. I don't know that there's only one. I think there are competing gods, and I think a lot of them are not good. They're evil. That's how I see it. Um, and I think the God of mankind is humanity. I got to do a story on that, but um, I kind of do believe that a lot of what's being done is to block our ability to communicate with our higher power, our true higher power. That's what I believe on some
And I think
level.
that's why what happened to me was me reaching my higher power. Possibly reaching my higher power. It freaks me out to this day. It does freak me out. Animals were going crazy around me, like birds out my window, for example, flapping to get in.
Whoa.
And that's true. I filmed it. I actually filmed it.
Uh-oh. Did you lose me?
No. No. You're still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, because I was just hooking into chat. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can still hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So LOLs 5 says what that mean, higher power? It's just another name people use instead of God. So higher power, infinite creator, you know, not a great spirit. I call it great spirit a lot because I really have a kinship with a lot of the indigenous people of North America and other countries. Birds at the window. That would be a trip. Their birds were at the window trying to get in. That would freak me out. But that happened to me with a raccoon when shortly before my mother died. This raccoon came to my door and was literally doing sign language, and this was there
That's
for
what this
and I'm
bird
just
was doing. This magpie.
like almost like sign language. Because
Flapping.
this raccoon,
But also was
okay,
concerned about me.
yeah, this raccoon that's tripped me out because I had my screen door, which is one of the heavy screen doors. I would leave it open for air in the summertime at night. It was completely safe. And I see the cat staring at the door, and then I look at the door and I see there's a raccoon there. So I'm like, back off, back off, back off to the cat. And then the raccoon sits up on its hind legs and starts doing this like sign language.
Oh, how
And I'm
weird.
like, what are you trying to tell me? But the thing I got right in my gut is the raccoon is telling you your mother's not going to be here much longer. Your mother's going to leave her body. That's what that raccoon was there. It was the trip, and my mom died shortly thereafter. So at one
Wow.
point, I closed the door because I was afraid of the cat lunging, and God only knows what could happen. Like whatever, they couldn't touch it just to be on the safe side. Claw could come through. I don't know. I closed the door, and of course, I'm ruminating about. Like I really thought it was a sign telling me that I needed to prepare that my mother was going to die, was going to be leaving. And then I was like, I need a cigarette. I'm going to go outside. So I open the door. No raccoon, right? So I go and I'd look 2 steps down, but I also had some chairs, but I didn't go out to the chairs. I just was going to sit on my stoop. Here comes the raccoon again. Comes back from the east. Was behind in the bushes or something, up like of the other building next door, down and around. Here comes the raccoon. Like not running at me, but coming at a decent clip, coming back to my door, and does the same thing again. And then my mom passed
That
away.
is bizarre. Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
definitely a sign.
Mm-hmm. And I can't really tell you 100%. Like in my gut, what I feel is that I was going through this thing where I had to accept my mother was going to pass away. I had to accept it, and I was completely in totally in resistance of it. That I would literally say out loud, "I do not accept this. I do not accept this. I do not accept this. This cannot happen now. This cannot happen. No, no, I refuse. No, I refuse." But and then I think that's why the raccoon came to like comfort me and just to know it's okay. It's okay to let her go. She's going to go anyway. There, you can't stop it. no matter what you do, you can't stop it. So you have to accept it. Sort of the gut I got on that experience. But
Wow.
it wasn't like super clear. But at the same time, it was, because this phenomenon is taking place in front of me, and my mother is very not well. And I knew it was connected. Like, I knew, because I had been grappling with the acceptance. I was refusing. I refused to accept it. I refused, like, I just did not want my mother to suffer. I did not want her gone, I just being able to see her every day and hug her was, I knew when she was gone, like, what the emptiness was going to be, and it still exists to this day. I still have that with my dad too, but I think that, I mean, I can't speak for people that are not in relationships with, some people just can't get along with their families for good reason. But
Is your dad still alive?
no, my dad died more than 7 years before my mother died. My dad died way before my mom. Well, not way. Maybe 10. My mom died in 20. Okay, 8 years. My dad died 8 years before my mother did. But my mother started having some really serious health stuff start happening pretty soon after my dad. I think within a year she had to have this. It's called a. I'm not remembering, but she was cut from her ankle to her groin because she had circulatory issues. And so that came up like right after. So we had that, and she had to recover from that. She did. She was in the surgery for like 8 hours. And then, I think she already was starting with some dementia. But when you put an elderly person under anesthesia, it's really hard on their brains. And sometimes it doesn't go away. I don't know if that means it creates some sort of brain damage, possibly. I do not know. But of course, she started declining further after that mentally. I could just see, like, she was having so much trouble functioning, just doing whatever. She didn't want to tell me. She didn't want to ask for my help. She didn't have to ask for my help because I called her every fucking day of her life to make sure she was okay, Like, I was her bodyguard since I was 5 years old, protecting her from my father. Yeah, my mother and I had a really intense, my father and I too, very intense soul contracts. Really.
I think that as well, Bob. I think Jesus did try to help you, with sending a raccoon.
Oh, did Jesus help send the raccoon? Very possible.
Yeah.
I mean, what would be interesting, I know I've looked up what raccoon spirit animal means.
I'll tell you why. My experience, okay? So this happened the day before. I think my sister told me that she had these people were whispering to her. She could hear some conversation going on, whispering, but couldn't quite understand or grasp what they were talking about. But she had a funny feeling in her own mind there was something wrong with me. that I needed help.
Is this before
And
the thing that happened?
that's what before, yeah. And
That's
when
why
I
she
went
came to your
missing,
house.
that's why she came to
Right.
my gaff. Yeah,
Thank God she did.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's... God only
Thank
knows what could
goodness
have
she
happened.
did. You know,
God.
I
Yes. Miracle.
it was if she didn't have that experience, she wouldn't have called. I don't know what would have happened to me.
Yeah. Well, you guys are so connected spiritually too, and you guys have seen worship together. So, I
Definitely.
mean, you're really lucky to have a sister like her. She really loves you deeply and cares about you so much. You're so lucky.
Yeah.
You know, everybody doesn't get along all the time. I'm not saying that, but like, I wish I had a sister like your sister.
My
My
sister
sister could.
used to fight like cats and dogs, we did, but not
Oh,
anymore.
we did.
Oh, years ago.
Oh, that.
Years ago. Used to fight all the
Yeah.
time.
I don't know that my
But
sister and
I
I
think
never got.
it just lately we've got very close and she's a lot better.
Well, you're just fortunate you guys got past whatever the shit. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think I'll ever have. I have no relationship with my sister. I don't think I ever will. I don't have any hope for that at all, really. I used to pray for a healing for us all the time, all the time. And then after the last experience with her, I had to let it go. Just, if it happens, great. But I don't have high hopes. I could never trust her to like let her come live with me after the things she did. So how can I help her? Like it was all about helping her anyway. And I can't help her in the way that she's gonna need at some point. She's gonna need a place to live. And I hope she finds her way and everything goes well for her. I really do. But
I'm sorry to hear that.
no, I haven't talked to my sister in almost 6 years, I think.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's it. But she's a lot like my dad. Like my dad cut his own sister out of his life for almost 20 years. I didn't meet my aunties until I was 18 because my dad didn't talk to her for like 20 years. He wouldn't speak to her. He would catch her resentment so big. It'd be like Siberia. And then they did that twice, like in my lifetime. Well, within the next time they didn't talk for like 10 years, maybe more, maybe it was 20. So it's kind of in the genes to just cut people out. Or it definitely was modeled.
Yes.
Like if people don't do what you want them to do, then you just throw them away, even if they're your family. They don't do exactly what you want them to do, which is kind of like what it comes down to. But anyway, I'm like late for a live.
Okay then.
So
Yeah.
I've enjoyed catching up with you and just be good to yourself. Remember
I will
self-care.
do.
And if you ever, feel like you're being overwhelmed, just send me a message. If I see it, I'll come over and
Okay.
get. I'm always, if I'm available, I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, for
All right.
sure, you can always count on me. Okay. And it
Yeah,
really
you have
upsets
a
me
good
when.
meeting and that. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll catch up. Catch up.
Oh, good. Good,
as well
good.
on
And
chat.
remember, your babies love you and need you. Your family loves you and cares about you. You have a sister that, like, always remember, you're not alone. You do have people, even on the platform. You have some people that you can rely upon. I know, besides me. So I'm
Mhm.
just speaking to, because don't ever feel like you're on your own, because you're not. I'm always here. If you need me, you just let me know.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Malibu.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sending you lots of love and hugs to the kitties too. And
Thank
bye bye.
you.
Goodbye to the chat. And sorry that I couldn't have more involvement with the chat, but I was, when I'm talking to you, and if I'm in the chat, it's really hard for me to focus. So
Yeah, don't
apologies to the
worry.
chat, but thanks to everyone who is a support for Miss Cosmic Kitty. It's a good
And
thing because she's good.
thank you, Malibu. You have a good
Okay,
meeting,
honey.
right?
Okay, darling. Talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
Much love.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Bye, bye.
Bye. Ah. Tell us a few ghost stories. I don't know if I'm too tired to do that. I'm getting tired at the moment. I'm like 4 a.m., 4:28 a.m. Nearly 4:30. Yeah, and maybe next time, all right? I'll do ghost stories then. All right. I'm going to head off. Have a good night, all. Take care.